Here is an EOAlive Grande story.
This story was brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress. The Union County Clerk's Office has a new ballot counting machine, which will increase the efficiency for counting votes and help ensure your vote gets counted. The Union County Clerk's Office held a special presentation demonstrating how the new counting machine works. Take a look.
So we're doing our public test deck for the beginning of the election, which we do before every election. There's a test that goes through. We make sure that there's a zero report, that the machine is showing zeros, and then we print that. The machine is not hooked up to any internet database. So it is not fed through any internet. It's just machine operated by itself. Then we have a test deck that we will run through today. We run it through again before we start any live ballots to make sure that every process is the same and we get the same counts. It is then reran again after the 14-day challenge period. And that way we're just really assured that our numbers match and everything is correct. So today we have our new ballot counter machine. It's the 450 from ES&S. And we've ran our zero total, so we're going to go ahead and start our process. This is something that we've done a hand count, a machine count, and we kind of go through every scenario we can. And even on our machine here, it'll have 0 ballots done, and then we will start our batch. You hear that printer over there? Every button that is pushed on the machine logs on that printer. So as you go through, you'll hear that printer go off as well. You'll notice the 3 trays. The bottom tray is the ballots are going through, it's reading everything properly. The middle tray is anything that has a write-in on it. This is something new to us that we're really excited about because we used to have to hand flip through every one to find the write-ins. Now it's telling us that there is a oval marked for a write-in. So that's exciting. And then as we go through, now on a live, if these ballots were the actual running ballots, we would take them out and then we would mark a mark on the side of them, and then they come over to this side. Nothing has ever gone back to this side after it's run through. So then we'll just continue.
Do you want to use the whole batch?
Yes. Because this is our actual run. Oh, maybe just not quite that many. Yeah. Sorry.
How many will it take?
It'll take quite a few,
Oh.
but
Not that many.
yeah, that's kind of.
I think it'll run it all the way up to here.
We also have a printer down here that will print results after 8 o'clock on election night. And we also have a backup in case the power goes out.
What's the top go for? Yeah, that's in case something is wrong with the ballot? Okay.
Like they started to mark something and decided on something else. That tray will catch anything that it's not too sure about, or whether if the mark is really light and they want to have somebody look at it, that top tray would be that one. But actually I have a couple of ballots that I can show you what it will catch.
Good.
And then after every so many ballots, we just will blow it out and clean it. Make sure that, because paper dust gets everywhere. So we just make sure that it's all blown out, no paper particles.
How many ballots were there in the beginning? Yeah.
444
444, so that's the number that we should get at the end.
of all the different precincts. We have 19 precincts in Union County, and so there will be a variety of all the precincts.
How many board members are there?
It depends on the election. I think this one, how many is in there? I'd have to ask Robin for sure on.
Well, I did 12 of them.
How are they picked?
Pardon me?
How are they picked?
It's
Is it
actually,
volunteer
it's
and
been,
voted in?
yes, we have people that call in and offer to work. And depending on what parties we have at the time, we have to mix and match.
You have to be half and half, 50-50.
Well, and it can be non-affiliated, Democrat, Republican.
Everything wrong.
Okay.
That's what the old machine did.
So on our new machine, this is kind of cool because it's actually telling us which ballots need to be recounted or may continue to go. So if any portion of a ballot is trapped over a red sensor, which it's on, that ballot was not scanned.
Will that machine catch it if you try? Will that machine catch it if you try to scan the same ballot twice?
Yes, because
It automatically
on
catches it.
on election day, each one will be printed with a number, and then that number cannot go back through. It's not now because we only set it up for election day. And we'll pray for 444.
Okay.
So everything went through, and then it shows us the total numbers, and it logged it on our machine over there, on our printer. And so then we save, and it'll automatically print. And it's telling us that the reports are sent to the printer. Okay. And you can push OK. And these are printouts that are just guidelines of what has went through. And then what we need to do now is print a totals report. So we're done with that print. Now we can go in and do reports and results report. And like I said, every time I hit something, it's logging on that.
Is the results report the thing that Robin emails out to the media right at?
Uh-huh.
So same thing from that.
Yeah. Well, actually, it goes through our IT, and it generates to the state as well. Yeah.
And the federal government,
It just goes to our state,
and then the state handles it. From
probably. Yeah. And that's pretty much the way it goes. Any more questions?
The ones that it rejects, does it tell you which ones it rejects?
It actually
And
does.
Why it rejects it?
And then when you go back, it says,
Okay.
that's what I was, wasn't sure if we had something that we could run here because
For instance, if somebody uses a black pen on the front, or maybe a marker that fades through to the back side,
Right,
then they're likely not sure on the back side what they were voting for.
yeah.
You know, this one was like a pencil and some of them are kind of light, but we can put it in and scan it. And it went to the top. So now I'll say, okay, why did it do that? So we have little marks and it says that unclear marks on these races. So we'll be able,
Very
Mhm.
specific.
very specific to which ones. So then we can look at it and say, okay, sometimes they started to mark something and they decided to do something else. And maybe it wasn't caught earlier. So the machine catches it and then it will have to be enhanced or duplicated by 2 members of another party. So, yeah. So
It doesn't like pencil.
it does not, no ballot counters really do because of the shine or,
Which is
the
weird
lightness.
because back in the days it was all
Right.
pencil. That's
right,
all you were allowed
And some
to
Right.
people
Number
still
2
think it should be.
use. Yep, number 2 pencil.
yeah, so, yeah. So it's really cool. Thank you everybody for coming.